Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Big Ambitions. Today I'm going to try something that may or may not work out for us. So the plan right now is to rent out every single building that we can. So all of our retail and all of the office spaces in this area, we want to rent all of those things out. And then I also want to start buying out every other business. So right now we have a law firm, we have a gift shop, and we have a food place. So if we toggle those, we have a lot of food places to buy to be the only food place available. With the gift shop here, we have 3 competitors in the area. And then the law firm, we only have this one over here. So right now, let's click on that and see if we can purchase it. So they are valued at $1,080,000. So can we offer them that exact amount and see if they take that? Did I type too many zeros? No, I did not. Let's see. They won't take that. Okay. Let's raise it up a little bit and see what the point of purchase is going to be here. I'm going to try 50,000 increases and see if maybe they'll sell it eventually here. There we go. They finally sold it to us for $1.45 million. So now we own a secondary law firm. What I am going to do with this though is shut it down. I don't really want to run the business. All I really want to do is own all of the buildings in the area so that our competitors no longer exist and the only place for the customers to go is to our stuff. So now that we took out the law firm, we have the only law firm in the area. So our business hopefully is going to see an increase here. So I'm not too sure if that's actually going to do anything, but if we go on over to here and go to this, we currently have 5 to 20 customers throughout the day. We've already done all the marketing stuff, so if this jumps all the way up to 50 or higher than 20, I guess, maybe there's going to be a benefit to doing this. I'm not too sure. But the next thing that we want to try and do is own all of the gift shops, since that is also one of the other businesses. I don't know how doable the fast food place is going to be because there is a lot of fast food places. So I'm going to try and chip away at the gift shops here. We got 3 of them and they look like they're going to go for probably 1.1 million on that guy. We've got another one, same price. And this one over here is going to go for, let's see, 1.628 mil. So probably not that asking price. He's probably going to want more than that. And one last thing here before we actually start progressing time, I want to rent out every other place like I said I wanted to do a moment ago. Because if we don't do this now, we're going to have one of the competitors open up shop in one of these places. And instead of costing us a couple $100 to rent it, it's going to cost us a couple $1 million to buy the competition out. So instead of doing that, let's just rent everything. All right, there we go. We are renting out every piece of property here in the garment district. So now what I'm going to do is start saving up some cash and start chipping away at the gift shops here so that we're the only business around. And then we'll probably go to a different thing, right? Like coffee shops, I would like to start one, although that is a lot of buildings as well. Let's see, is there any that don't have a lot? This has 3. We could open up a flower shop today, or we could open up another jewelry store. There's only 2 competitors in the neighborhood here, so that could also be a good one because that is also paying out a good amount of money. But anyways, I'm going to skip forward in time here a little bit and buy out the other gift shops and see if that's going to increase our profits in our stuff here. So I'll be right back with you guys. All right, well, we're finally the only gift shop in the garment district. So what I'm going to do right now before I start skipping some more time is actually move our gift shop from the building that it's in right now over to this building here because it has a 30 customer limit. So hopefully that is going to help us increase our profits a little bit more. We also don't need to go buy any furniture or anything like that because I've been hoarding up all of the furniture from the other businesses. So I've just been plopping their storage shelves and putting all of their stuff into here. So that's going to be very great for us. Alrighty, well, I'm finally back in the game. For you guys, it was about a second. For me, it was about 30 minutes, but I did something really stupid when I moved the business over to this building. I decided it would be a good idea to upload the logo with the game running, not turning it off like I would normally do and then changing all the save files and relaunching the game. I did it while it was on, and when I did it, the whole game locked up for a split second, and then it kind of kicked back into gear. Shortly after that, though, my whole PC shut off and then turned back on, and it ran for a few minutes when I loaded the game back up and then proceeded to crash over and over and over again. It got to the point where I couldn't boot into desktop, and when it did let me boot into desktop, it would immediately crash again. So that one save file completely messed up my whole PC. So the only way I was able to get it to work again was by going into the save files as quickly as I could and deleting them as fast as I could. Once that happened, it let me load the game back up. It pulled all of our save files from the cloud, and everything has been running fine ever since. So lesson learned, don't ever upload files while the game is running. I think that's like a general rule of thumb there. Like normal people don't do that. So that was really bad on my end. The series almost came to an abrupt end there, so that was completely on me. My bad. Anyways, though, we shifted our business over here, and by doing so, we have increased our profits very slightly. So kind of ignore this because it's a new building. It's not keeping the same stats from the other place. But if we go on over to this thing and open up our daily income, we are bringing in almost $6,000 a day from this place now. Before shifting it to this one, I want to say we were making $1,000, maybe $1,200 a day. So we're doing pretty good on this business now. We're also doing, I want to say, let me see, we're doing $2,500 in marketing. Yeah, we're doing $2,500. And so I don't remember how much we were spending in marketing prior on the other building as well. So we might be spending more, we might be spending less. I feel like we're spending more. There's no way we're spending less than that or more than that on the other building. I have everything selling for the same amount as we had in the other building as well. So once this all gets up and running, we should hopefully see some good money from this place. And as far as our total daily amount goes, it's not really been consistent. Like, we're bringing in $200,000 or more, but it's not really gone past that. I think one time we've gotten 300 grand, and then everything else is like 220 to 260. So we're doing kind of okay. We do need to start opening up more businesses, because taking over everything right now has our weekly income at 1.9 million, but we're not really increasing our finances too much. So I need to start opening up the other things. So to do that, I want to finish taking over another industry. So right now we can do clothing stores. There's only 4 of those. We have coffee shops. There's a lot of those guys, but probably not that one. Fast food places, there's a lot of those. Florists, there's only 3 of them. We've got the only gift shop. We've got 1 jewelry store left over, and the reason for that is because the other one went out of business. I didn't actually have to pay them to actually take over their business. I just waited, and they went out on their own, and I just rented their building so they couldn't get back into it. So there is only 1 jewelry store left. I don't know if it's worth opening one, because there's no buildings as big as this one. This one's at 75. Everything in the garment district maxes out at 30. So even if we did do another one of those things, it's not going to be as profitable. So maybe we do something else that we haven't done yet. I'm not too sure here, but we could buy that place just so there's no jewelry stores in this area. That'd be kind of good as well, I guess. There is currently 4 liquor stores in the area. Supermarkets, there is 4 of those as well, or 5 of those as well. So there's that. We got 3 web development places, and I don't really know which one of these would be more profitable to try and take over right now. So if we look at the Econoview, or actually the Market Insider, wrong thing, we can go to demand, and we can see that cheap gifts is way up there. Donuts is still doing pretty good, and it looks like we might want to take over the clothing industry, because right now all of those items are in the top 10 of demand right now. So we could potentially do that. Let's open up our map again and see where these guys are. So right now this one is gonna go for relatively cheap. It's only $1 million and something. This one is almost 1.7. This one's also only going to be like 1 point something, and then the last one over here is also going to be 1 point something. So for those guys, they go into a retail building. So over on this side, I think it's this building here, 30 and 32. Yeah, and then we also had, is it also this guy that does 30 and 38? Yeah, okay. So we could open up a clothing store in this building. But before we do that, I would like to buy out all the competition. So let's see if we can do that right now. This guy is only going to want, hopefully, as much as he's asking. So let's do that. And it was good. Good. We can shut that business down. Let's see what the next one is going to sell for. Hopefully this same asking price would be very much appreciated here. Yeah, there we go. 2 for 2. Great. And then this one over here was also the same price. So hopefully he's also going to take the asking price. That would be ideal. And there we go. 3 for 3. Good. Right now, we don't have enough money to do the asking price for the last one. So we do need to skip a day. But while we do that, I'm going to go to the other clothing stores that we just bought, collect all of the stuff, and then start putting them into this business over here, or the building at least. We're not going to start the business just yet. All right. Well, we should have enough money to finish buying off the last clothing store in our area. So let's see, they went 1631 for this. Can we just give them their asking price, and are they going to sell for that amount? They are indeed. That is awesome. Okay, cool. So we are also ready to open up our own business. So I shifted everything over to this building right over here. And so if we open up this, we can start a new business. We're going to do a clothing store. We're going to name this Discount Threads, and that should be good. I will go ahead and plop the logo and stuff up on screen probably right now or in a few minutes, but I don't have it made right now like I normally do. So I got to get to work on that. But right now we should be good. I also want to see how many of the counter things this thing provides, but I guess I don't have any of them set. Yeah, I don't have any set right now. Okay, so we might not have to buy anything because we have so many of the clothing racks. We also have a bunch of clothes backlogged because the other stores had a bunch of stuff. So let me go ahead and shift everything over to that other building, and we should be up and running here in just a second. So this is our clothing store. store. We have everything ready to go. We just need the employees now, which I'm just waiting for the recruitment agency to send them on over. So I'm going to leave this place alone for right now. I did go ahead and change the building before we got everything up and running. So this is the building that we just took over, the last clothing place. And the reason that I went ahead and changed it from this one was because the traffic index is a little higher. So on the old one, it was 38, and on this one, it is 42. So that way, hopefully we can max our thing out at 100% here, which reminds me, we might as well open up our thingamabobber and go on over to here, and we want to start some marketing. So I'm going to do this real quick as well. We need to head on over to the IRS as well here because we need to pay our taxes again. So let me do this, and then we're going to drive on over there and pay it. I don't remember how much it is. I can probably just check real quick. So we need to pay $626,000. So it's going to be quite a dent in our money, but hopefully not too much here. Well, the marketing for this place is also going to cost us $2,500, and it only pulls us all the way up to 92%. So once I get the employees in here, we'll see how much money this thing can actually churn out. So that's something that we'll have to wait to see. But let's go on down to the IRS and pay our taxes. Well, never mind. They're actually closed until Monday, so we can't do anything till then. So what I want to do, because we don't have to pay them for another 15 days before we get into any trouble, so what I want to do is spend some of our money. And to do that, I want to buy a new vehicle. So right now, there is a third car dealership in the game, which is this guy right here. Actually, never mind. They just closed. And they also don't open until Monday. So I guess we're not doing anything until then. Never mind. Forget it. All right. Well, it's Monday, so let's pay off our taxes. $626,000 right out of our pocket. There we go. We still have $2.4 million to play with. So let's head on over to the car dealership and buy a car like I was planning on doing until they closed until Monday, which was a little unfortunate. Now, in this place, it's a bunch of normal vehicles. So we got like station wagons over here. We got SUVs. We got a couple Porsches on the backside there. We've got a muscle car. We've got a McLaren. We've got some Mercedes on this end. And we also have a Rolls Royce right here in the middle. So I think I'm going to buy this one. It's the most expensive vehicle in this place, I do believe, at 720 grand. Is this thing more expensive as a sports car? If I can click on it, it's 520,000. So I'm going to go with this one. We are going to be taking a little bit of a hit on cargo capacity, but it also has something called automatic parking. So a lot of the cars in here have that. I don't know what that's exactly going to do, but we're going to buy this car in white. And by doing that, we just got one of our personal goals. And look at the snappiness of this. Wow. Okay, that got up and went really quick compared to the van. So I want to very quickly, I didn't want to hit the car there. I want to see what this thing does. Auto park. Ooh, okay. Oh, it just snaps into place. Look at that. That's pretty neat. All right, so I'm going to go drop this off in front of our apartment and then take a taxi back to pick up our van and then probably sell the van. Honestly, I just keep hitting everything. Holy cow. But yeah, we're not going to buy another car right now. This is going to hopefully hold us over until we want to do something else. All right, so I know that I just said I wasn't going to buy another car, but if we buy an SUV, we're only losing 2 cargo capacity and we're gaining the auto park feature. So you know what? I'm going to do that. We're going to make it blue. Yeah, we'll do dark blue. And then we're going to sell our van. So let's get rid of that thing. I don't have anything in the back of it right now, so we should be fine. But now we have an auto park thing that has 18 storage in it. So we're not taking too much of a hit here on our capacity of moving things around here. And this thing gets up and goes as well. So our clothing store should be up and running right now, and by tonight we should see how it's going to do. The employees are brand new, so the satisfaction rating is going to be fairly low for a little while. And then I have my HR manager running the training on them, so it's going to take a little longer than us doing it manually, which is going to be kind of fine, but once it hits the weekend, I am going to do it manually because it is a little bit quicker. And I want to say we can do 3 manual trainings before they go back to work on Monday. So right now they have to work the entire week. They're going to be getting trained while our HR manager is doing the whole thing here, but once it hits Friday, I'm going to send them on training manually here. One of the other things that we can start investing money into, which I don't really know why, I guess just to spend money so you don't get taxed as heavily, but you can buy boats in this thing. So that thing is 2.5 million. This thing is 3.2 million, which is kind of odd. Isn't this just a speedboat? This is like a little mini yacht. Anyways, we also have one way over here. I don't know if this is one that we can buy, but it's massive. So I want to very quickly run over there and see if that's something we can potentially buy at some point. And it is something that we can indeed buy, but it's $90 million with a $9 million yearly maintenance fee. So that's not feasibly possible at the moment, or realistically possible at the moment, because we're not even making that much money. So right now I'm going to go back to our apartment, skip through the night to see how much money our clothing store generated. Some of the stuff sells for a decent amount. It's not as crazy as like the jewelry store selling for like $1,200 a piece, but a couple of the pieces in there do sell for $130 130 or 125 on each. So hopefully they do fairly well, and we can potentially start making some profit from there to start adding into our overall profit here. Well, that's not a bad first day. We brought in 2,400 bucks, so that's fairly good. The only negative going on with this place right now is the customer service, which again is going to take a little while for us to get that up to 100%. Once we do, though, we are going to start adjusting the prices like we've been doing with every other business. So this should be fairly good. It's not going to be a heavy money maker, but it's going to be making money nonetheless, so that's great for us. Alrighty, anyways, I'm going to skip some time again, but before I do that, I do want to buy the last jewelry store that is in our area, so let's get that dealt with. They are asking for 1,125, so can we give them that, and are they going to take it? That would be great. They're not going to take it. Okay, well, let me see what they're going to agree on. All right, there we go. They sold for 1.6 million, so let's close that business down. We're also going to fire those people so we don't have to deal with their hourly wages and all that jazz, so let's get rid of them. And with that done, I am going to be opening another one of our dreadful ignorant jewelry stores. So we're going to go into this building here. We are taking a little hit on traffic, but that shouldn't really matter with the marketing. And if this one performs anywhere near as good as the other one, we should be bringing in probably like 20,000 a week, because the one that's in the big building is bringing in 28,000 a week right now. So we're not going to see that much profit because it's a smaller building, less customers a day, but it should hopefully be bringing in a good amount of money nonetheless. So let me go ahead and get all this stuff rolling here. Hopefully by the time we come back, we have a couple million built up again, because I would like to start buying out every single building in this area. So let me get to work here. I'll be right back with you guys, and hopefully we can make some progress here. All right, well, we're ready to start buying out the other fast food restaurants here. So let's enable our overviews, and I'm going to be starting off with this restaurant as well as this one to see whether or not we can take them over. And the reason for that is because they both have a customer limit of 30 and a traffic limit of 50. So that is the highest available in the district right now. And with those two buildings under our belt, as well as this one right here, we'll have 3 of the buildings with the same stats. That way we're able to open up 3 more of our businesses. So we'll probably open up a coffee shop, a supermarket, and a liquor store, or a supermarket. One of those 4 is what's going to go, or 3 of those 4 are what's going to go into these 3 buildings here. And then whichever one's last, we are going to throw into this building up here. It has a 49 and 30. So that's the best I can probably get there. Anyways, let's see how much these guys are going to want to sell their business for. 1.637. Let's see if they will take asking price. That would be very nice. And they did indeed. That is awesome. Okay, so one business down. That's gone. Let's see if this place will sell for their asking price. They're asking for the same exact amount. So let's see if they take that as well. They did indeed. That is awesome. 2 for 2. Let's keep that streak rolling here. So off of those 2, we can start trying to buy the other restaurants here as well. So let's just get rid of as many of these as we can. Let's see if these guys will do asking price as well. They did indeed. Good. Let's shut that business down. Let's see if we can keep that streak going here, and we cannot. Okay, so I'm going to mess around with the pricing here and see what they'll agree on. They agreed on 1.4 million, so let's shut that one down as well. We got 1.1 left over. Are we able to buy this place as well? Then we would only have one more rival in the area. They are asking for 1.90, so are they going to take that? That would be great. They did indeed. Nice. We actually only have 3 more restaurants to go, so we are just about done with the restaurants, and then we are going to be the only choice in the district here. Well, one of the other fast food places went out of business, so now we're down to only having 2 competitors left to go in this area. So let's try and take over this place, and hopefully they will take asking price. So let's type that in and see if they'll take it. They took it. That's great. And now on to the last one here. So let's see how much they want. Oh, that's actually kind of doable. Hopefully they don't ask for more than asking price. That would be great. And they want more than asking price. Dang it. We had to pay them 1.65 million to buy out their business, but now that we did that, we are the only fast food restaurant in the garment district. So right now we have a couple monopolies in this area, but I don't know again if it's really working out in our favor too well here, but we're going to continue on with it regardless, because we only have 5 more businesses before we have a complete monopoly over the district. And then once we're done with that, we can start branching out and trying to take over the other districts as well. Alrighty, well anyways, to wrap up today's episode, we are going to be doing one big gamble at the casino. So let's head on over and buy our ticket, and we're gonna go do another hand on the roulette table. We're gonna put all of our money that we have right now on it, and hopefully we hit. If we don't, then it's not really that big of a deal, but if we do manage to hit, then we are going to make a lot of money. Alrighty, well we have $896,000 to make a bet on, so we're gonna go with this table instead of the other one that we went with last episode. And let's see, we are going to bet it on red, and and we're going to do any number. We are going to do our complete bank account here. So 316, there we go. And fingers crossed that we actually hit on this. If not, then we are not super bad off, but it's going to be kind of not great. And there we go. We actually missed it. So we have no more money. We have to wait until tomorrow. Alrighty, well, that's going to be it for today's episode. Next episode, we are going to be opening up 3 more businesses in the 3 buildings that I mentioned earlier, and they are going to be a coffee shop, a liquor store, and then either a supermarket or a florist. I'm not quite sure which one of those I want to do right now. As far as the web development thing goes, there's only 2 more of those places left. The other one also went out of business, so we don't really have that much competition between those things either. I don't know which one of those is going to pay better, but at this point, we're going to have one of everything open here shortly, so then we can see what exactly is paying out the most amount of money. And then with that information, we can start opening more of those businesses in the other districts. Right now, though, by a whole lot, it is still our law firm. It is still pulling in the money like nothing else right now, so that's most likely what we're going to spam across all the other districts, just so we can use that income to finance everything else. Also, I really don't know like if this is ever going to hit 50. It really doesn't seem like it's ever going to do that, so this honestly might just be a waste of a business to have in this big of a building. I really do not know. Maybe it's just a visual bug as well. It is early access, so I really don't know. But anyways, that is going to be it for today's episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.